Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to another Fortnite Blitz Royale video here on the channel, where today we are entering Blitz Week 10, Shocking Medallions. The Surge, Carapace and Spring Leg Medallions have been added to Blitz, so basically all the medallions from this season, aka Chapter 6 Season 4 Shock and Awesome, have been added into Blitz Royale, meaning that you can get your double jump, you can get your super fast running ones. So it might be quite cool to jump in and give that a bit of a go. There's no more quests for Blitz Royale, but we're just going to go in and give it a little try with these medallions, see if we can get some of them. It's not going to be as long a video as normal because there's not as much to talk about this week, but just might be some changes to the loot pool that we might have to go and have a look at. So folks, we got the Mask Maker medallion for our first game, meaning that we do get the better reload speed and better shields. We're going to head down here towards sort of like the Oathbound Citadel and loot up around here and just have a little exploration, I guess. It also does make me explore part that I didn't really get to explore last time, and that is down here by the water. We really didn't get to explore this very well last time, but coming down here we can explore more of the area. It's also worth noting that there is another kinetic ore down here that wasn't the one up on the top of the Citadel. There's a few down here that you can like mess around with and have a little bit of fun with, so if you wanted to use those, then here's probably the best way to do it. So folks, we've opened one of the supply drops, but we've not gotten one of those 3 medallions, which is kind of annoying. It does make me sort of question where we can get those 3 medallions, so I might have to have a little look at the loot pool, like file-wise, but it is nice to note that those medallions are here. It's just a case of where do we get them. Although, that being said, getting the Lead Spitter 3000 as your mythic is quite fun. Well, that felt fun. Although the circle ending on the Earthbound Citadel is unusual. I didn't know it could end down here, but oh, well, I didn't even realise that was a 1v1 situation, but we lost. I'm going to see if I can find the loot pool though. So folks, having looked at the loot pool for this week's Blitz Royale, it really hasn't changed much. What they've done is they've removed the OXR rifle from your starting weapons, and you can now get an uncommon to epic sweeper shotgun, an uncommon to epic wrecker revolver, or a kinetic blade. They've also added for the golden chests that you can now get the Storm Forecast boon, the extended magazine boon, and the agile aiming boon. Those boons have also been added to the random boon pool. As for the Spring Leg Medallion, Carapace Medallion and Surge Medallion, they've basically just been added as one of the random 3 medallions that you get at the start of the match. So you might be able to find them dotted around in like the supply drops and such, but they are more intended to be a potential spawn at the start of the game, just diversifying the loot pool of the game mode a little bit more, which I guess in a way is nice to see. I've got to say, getting a sweeper shotgun to start the game is quite nice. If you've been playing much of Chapter 6 Season 4, you'll have realised by now that obviously it's a bit of a different shotgun, but it is certainly a good shotgun, if you know how to use it. Which, unfortunately for most people, they don't. However, it would also appear that this Midas that is killing me does know how to. Very annoying. Alright. Mask Maker Medallion. Let's go. Okay. This ought to be a good start. True question is whether or not we can keep it going. I don't quite understand why, but the chicken just let me kill him automatically. Although, I must say now that we're Blitz level 2, I got the Storm Forecast Boom, which is one of the new ones that's been added in this week's loot pool. So, I guess that's quite nice to have one of the new not medallions, boons. We've just got to get one of the new medallions next from supply drop maybe. Fingers crossed. But, it would appear that the kinetic ore work a little bit weirdly. I want to launch myself like we did back in the Chapter 4 days. Oh my god, it still works. You can still launch yourself on kinetic ore. Yay! Oh, that is just a little joy that I had forgotten. Kinetic ore was one of the greatest things to mess around with on Chapter 4. Like, you could literally just mess around and do whatever you wanted with that stuff. Always fun. Oh my. Well, these guys are making my life very easy. Because they've just given me some incredible loot. Right. Alright, I kind of want to go and get that supply drop that's down south, because it could contain one of those new boons. I've also got to say, having a mythic Rekka revolver in this game mode kind of seems OP. Okay, it doesn't even kind of seem OP, it's OP. Oh my god. That should not be legal. That is really, really powerful. Ah, beautiful. So, this supply drop has given us one of those nice new medallions that you can get from... you can get them from supply drops, which is nice bit of confirmation right there for you all. We got the Surge Medallion, which is the... increased movement speed and boost when sliding. Well, increased movement speed combined with Daigo's one, which is increased reload speed. Everything's just going to be really quick paced now. Like, my movement and my reloads being quicker just seems really, really, really powerful, I must say. So I guess now we just try and find the final players and see if we can get a win. Oh, and I also picked up the boon where you can get extra ammo in your weapons, which is also a really nice thing to have. Having an increased magazine capacity. Although I can hear a player. Now the question is can we get the win? I doubt it highly, but can we? We got that one. And we got killed. Of course. Of course. So folks, this is interesting because it doesn't seem to show the loot pool back in the lobby, which I swear Blitz Royale originally did, but maybe they've removed that feature now. But anyway, I've told you the loot pool, there's not a massive amount of changes, just a few additions. Jump in, try it out, and we'll see you next week for some big changes in week 11, Asteria Unleashed.